I'll be working today with a download editor on a Windows computer. The Mac version of the editor is the same, so Mac users, you'll be able to follow along as well. And I would say the webinar will probably take about 25 minutes. So today we're going to be looking at wall calendars, desk calendars, product features and specifications for each of these. And then I'll show you how to make both a classic and a smart calendar in our editor. All right, let's get started. So we'll start with a quick slideshow to give you a better understanding of our calendar products, and then we'll jump into the editor to demonstrate the creation process. I've got some short videos to highlight our products. Just ignore the 2021 dates as these were filmed last year. So wall calendars come in two different sizes. They are 11 by 8.5 inch and 12 by 12 inch. And that's the page size. So when you open it up, it's double that. The sizes refer to, so single pages, the sizes are. So there's two different styles of calendar to choose from. Classic calendars have fixed months and grids, while smart calendars allow more customization to each of the date boxes. I'll go into this in more detail a bit later on. Wall calendars come with a conveniently placed hole for easy wall hanging. Just find a hook or nail to hang it on. And calendars also, they have a pen-friendly surface to write on, so you can mark any important dates on the calendar. Next, let's have a look at desk calendars. So desk calendars also come in two different sizes, 10 by 8.5 inch, which is only available for SD standard definition printing, and 11 by 5 inch, which is only available for high definition printing. Each calendar comes with a convenient cardboard stand, so it can sit upright on your desk or table. And you'll see that's the stand there. Just like wall calendars, desk calendars are available in the classic style with fixed date grids, or choose the smart style for more control and customization. All desk calendars are also spiral bound, so you can seamlessly flip over the pages. Photos are displayed alongside each of the months. On SD calendars, it's only on one side. On HD calendars, you also get a full page of photos on the opposite side of the page. Okay, let's have a look at the features and specifications of calendars. So that was just an overview. We'll take a closer look now. Wall calendars, as I said, come in two sizes, 11 by 8.8 inch and 12 by 12 inch. And desk calendars come in two sizes. Yes, they are very similar, but the 11 by 5 inch is only for HD printing and 10 by 5 inch is only for SD printing. So knowing which print definition you want will determine which desk calendar size you want. Papers. Like our photo books, we offer standard and high definition printing. Standard definition uses 300 GSM Sovereign silk paper. This paper has a matte quality and is quite smooth to touch. At 300 GSM, it is like thick cardboard, so it makes it very durable, and it is also pen friendly to write on. For high definition, you've got the same choices as our photo books. So you've got HD Luster, which is an eggshell finish, more of a flat finish. It does have a slight sheen to it. Or high definition glossy paper, and that is a high gloss. So it's probably not as easy to write on afterwards. Choosing HD, though, will guarantee the best possible print reproduction of your images. So it's a great choice if you want the top quality photos. In terms of styles, so we've talked about the two styles of calendar that we offer, classic and smart. 12 months are included with the classic calendar, and they start with January and finish in December. You can choose a large grid or a compact grid. The large grid gives you more space for dates, so it's a good choice if you intend to write down events and appointments throughout the year. The compact grid is a compacted date grid, as you can see on the right here, excuse me, so it's got more space for photos, and it's a good choice if you want to include more of your images through the calendar, but you don't need to write in it during the year. The other style which we have is the smart calendar. So the key difference is that the smart calendars allow a lot of customization to individual date cells for each month. Again, there are 12 months included. However, you can choose which month you want to start on. So for example, you might want to create a financial year calendar. So rather than starting in January, you might choose to start in July and finish in the following June. Once you've specified your months, you can individually edit each date cell to add text or images. You can even import Australian or state public holidays into the pages as well. So it's a bit of extra work to customize your calendar, but it's definitely worth the effort to make it more personal. Okay, let's have a look at how to make these calendars using the editor. So I'm going to go into our download editor, which we have here. First thing to do is to start a new project. And of course, we're going to choose our calendar products. So when I click on that, you'll see here the first 6 products are the classic calendars. They all say classic in them. And you've got your desk calendars in SD and HD. You've then got your 11:8 wall calendars in SD and HD and your 12:12. So then if you scroll down, the next 6 options are your smart calendars and in the same sizes and both SD and HD. To start with, I'm going to choose a classic desk calendar, and we'll just do the SD for now. And I'll have the choice on the next screen to choose whether I want my large grid or compact grid. For now, I'll choose the compact grid and get some more photos in there. And it's asking me to choose photos to put on the pages. Now, it's a good idea to sort out your photos before you start, or at least have an idea of what you want to use. The program does offer a wizard that populates the pages for you, so that can save you a lot of time if you don't mind where your photos go. So I'll click the plus sign to add pictures, and then click on computer and add folder containing pictures. And I've popped them all on my desktop in a photo called Webinar 50. So we'll select that folder. Now I've got quite a few photos in here, so it's not going to use all of them. So we'll click next, and it now asks me if I want to use the wizard or skip. If I click skip, my pages will be empty and all my pictures will appear along the left-hand side column, and I can put them in where I want them. For now, I'm just going to say use wizard. And it says I've got too many pictures. It's only going to use the first 32. That's fine. We'll just click continue. And it's creating my project. It's showing me a preview, which I won't worry about for now. I'll just look at it once we get into the project. So we'll go next. And we'll just call it 2022 desk calendar and create. So it takes a little while just for it to open because it's got to populate all the pages with my photos. But pretty much everything should be on the pages. Sometimes it doesn't work out that I've got a portrait photo in a landscape box, so sometimes you do have to edit your photos a bit, and if you don't like the way it's set things out, you can swap things around. So if I don't like this image for my front cover that's from White Knight, I can swap it for another image if I want. The simplest way to do that is to choose another image. So say I want to put these leaves on instead, I can just drag it onto the page and that will become my cover. You can, I'll go back to the other one just for the moment. You can also add masks and backgrounds, etc. You don't have the page layouts option here, so you can't put your own page styles. You can only work with what's on your screen. And you can also add text to this. So for example, if I want to add a cover to the title, I can click add text box, this button here. And it's popped a text box. It'd be hard to read, but actually I'll just you can hide that front cover view, hide non-printable items, so I can see my text box a bit better, and double click into it to edit it, and I'll just type 2022 calendar. Now it's a bit small and a bit hard to read, so firstly let's change the color to white, which will be a bit easier to read, and we'll change the size to 72, and we need to make our box a bit bigger because I've made it hard to see. There we go. We'll make it even bigger so that it's all, what am I doing? I'm moving my picture, pardon me. Let's just click on that calendar. There we go. We've got it all on one page. That, look, it doesn't, it's up to you how you want it to look. That's a bit unusual for a front cover, but it's a bit artistic and creative. So as you go through the pages, you'll notice the photos on each page, so January, February, etc. As I mentioned, you can swap photos if you don't like what they're doing. It's a bit slow, or if it's put a landscape photo in a portrait spot, you could switch it up. I've got some portrait photos down somewhere, maybe. Yeah, there's a portrait photo. I'm sure you're going to see a snowman in February in Australia. Anyway, it continues through like that, and you can edit it. The whole point of the classic calendars is to keep it really simple and quick to design. All right, let's have a look at, we'll close this one. Let's have a look at the smart calendars, because they're a bit more interesting in what you can do with them. So we'll start a new project again. And this time we'll choose calendars again, but we'll go down to our smart calendars, and let's look at a wall calendar. So probably the most popular would be our 11 by 8.5 smart calendar. And this time it's going to ask us a few questions along the way. So we've only got the option of the large grid for these ones. It is going to ask me for my photos. So let's we'll add the same list of photos from my desktop, webinar 50, and select. And we'll click next. And so yeah, well, look, we'll use the wizard again because that makes my life easier. And I know it's not going to use them all, that's fine. Now, so as you'll see here, you've got the option of what month you want to start your book on and what year. It's really important to get this right. So if I want a 2022 calendar, you must choose January and you must change the date to 2022. It'll be 12 months, and you can start the week on whatever day of the week you want. So the grid will start on a Monday unless you change it to any of the other days that you want. Some people prefer it on a Sunday or the first day of the month. Let's click next. You can also add a background to your pages if you wish, or you can leave it blank. I'm just going to say do not change background and click next. You can always add your backgrounds afterwards if you want when you're in there. So it's creating my project, and it will show me a preview again. We'll just say next. We'll give it a name, 2022 Smart Calendar, create, and in a minute it'll come up. So once we see the page, I'll show you how you can add special dates in, and you'll see also this time you do have the option of layouts. So there's page styles. So see here, I've got specific page styles. I might decide that I don't want this picture on the front cover. I might want this picture instead. If some of it's being cropped off, I could change it to that design, or you've got all these designs down the bottom, so you can swap them if you wish to. There's even a couple with text actually. So this one here, and you can double click and just type in 2022 calendar, and you've got it there like that. Then we go to the inside pages, and again, if you don't like the layouts, you can swap them, or you can swap your photos if you want. You can also add backgrounds. Say you want a background on the page. There's plenty here to choose from. I just want something nice and simple. Quite like these backgrounds. It'll pop that onto the page for you. You can also use frames on photos. So put frames on these photos if you wish. And masks, all those sorts of things are still there for you. Now the important thing here, so let's go to a date grid. This is January. And on this toolbar here, you've got your calendar settings. So this one, if you decide afterwards that you actually want your days to start on a Sunday, you can just click on Sunday and click OK. And you'll notice that rather than each week starting on a Monday, in a minute, it's put Sunday along the first row there, or first column. The next button along here, which says calendar events, is where you add your special events. So it's as simple as clicking on a date and saying whatever you want to say, Max's birthday, and that'll come up on that date. You can add a background, so you can have a plain background, or you can actually add a picture. So if I've got a picture of Max, I can add it into my the date so that we know it's his birthday. So here's one of Max. It's a bit hard to read that text, so we'll change the text color to white. And if we want to crop him a bit because he's a bit hard to see his face, we can move the photo here by editing the photo, and we've got Max's birthday. So we'll click OK, and you'll see that specific date will populate with the photo I've put there. So it's really nice to be able to put photos of people, or you could just put a special flower next to them or whatever you want. There he is. Now, you don't have to go into this every single time that you want to put in a new date. You can just click on this, the events button, and you can scroll down and just put in whatever you want, Peter's birthday, whatever, dentist appointment. And you can keep going. You can go all through the whole year if you want to, so you can put in all your dates at once if you like. You can also click on other events, and under here we've got public holidays. When you click on this plus sign, you've got the choice of whichever state you're in, or you can just choose Australian public holidays. That just has the main ones. Or if you're in Victoria or wherever, you can choose Victorian public holidays, and that will put those into your calendar as well. You'll see in a minute it's going to do that. With the dates that you add, the text will be right in the center of the date, whereas public holidays, you'll see it down the bottom. Oh, I think I added, yeah, so I accidentally added Australia and Victoria, so you'll see it's put two lots of public holidays. So it's better not to add both, just add one or the other. And you'll notice New Year's Day is actually on a Saturday and the public holiday is on a Monday. So we've put the public holiday in there for you as well. You can keep going along. You'll see all your photos in there, so you can edit it however you like. And then with our high definition calendars, you'll see before the back cover, there's a 2023 planner page in there as well. There was one other thing I was going to say. There is this button here which says calendar style. You can change quite complicated things in the calendar. However, I don't recommend using it because it is complicated, and generally customers tend to stuff it up and make it very difficult to get back to what they had originally. I know even when I look at it, and I've been doing this for a long time, I still find it difficult to know which buttons to press in there. So don't recommend using that. If you really want to, give us a call and we can try and explain to you how to do it. Okay, so that's how you do calendars. You can also make a calendar using our online editor. So I'll just very quickly show you. So this is our website, albumworks.com.au, and if you click here on calendars, you've got the same option. So you can do a wall calendar, desk calendar. It's got HD as well, but you'll find those under each one. So say I click on wall calendar, it then gives me the details about a wall calendar. I can click create now here, and it asks me which size I want and whether I want SD or HD. You can also choose whether you want the smart calendar or classic compact or classic large grid. So that's all. Yeah, and once you do that, you click create now and it'll take you into editing the project. Okay, so that's all we've got time for today. If you have any questions, please send them to me now while I do a quick recap, and then we'll finish up. So going back to my presentation, just what we've been talking about. So you can choose from either a wall or a desk calendar, depending on your purpose. You've got your choice of your classic style for a traditional calendar, or choose a smart calendar for smart style for full customization of your grid. You can also create online or using the desktop editor. Okay, I'm just going to check if we have any questions, so give me a moment here. Okay, so Jess has asked, well, she's saying it's frustrating because every year she makes a calendar and has to add the dates for birthdays every year, and would like to have like to be able to use the ones from last year. We have asked our developers to give us this option. Unfortunately, it is not an option at this stage. So I do apologise. Maybe it will be something that's coming. So yeah, unfortunately, you will have to still keep doing those manually. Christina has asked whether HD is worth it for a calendar. Look, it's up to you. If you've got stunning photography, and I've seen customers who do beautiful landscape photography or birds or nature photography in a calendar, and for that sort of thing, yeah, absolutely, the high definition will give you a much better range of colors and better color saturation and definition. So it depends. If you're just doing snapshots of the family, you might not want to choose HD. You might just go with the standard definition. So yeah, depends on your purpose there. And yes, Glenda, SD probably is better to write on because the paper is more of a matte finish. You still can write on the high definition, but you'd be better off using a ballpoint pen on those rather than you wouldn't be able to use a texter because it will most likely smudge. Carmel's asked whether it allows for term holidays in the state holidays. We haven't added them in. We've just added the public holidays that are on each state government website. You can certainly add them in yourself if you wish to, and you can do that just by adding them in the dates as you would do birthdays or anniversaries or whatever. Yeah. We're getting lots of questions today. This is good. Heather wants to know if you can make a perpetual calendar. I know, so basically you have each the dates of the month, but they don't have specific days of the week so that you can reuse the calendar every year. Unfortunately, that's not an option. I know we have talked about this before. I will check up on that to see if we're looking at doing that again. Yeah, so hopefully we can offer that to you.